All right. I think we're getting close to being all set up here. Make sure that everything is good here. Desktop audio. Doesn't seem to be working. All right, so it looks like we got about 7 people that are here so far. Hopefully I have audio. Looks like my audio is fine, but apparently you never know. You know what? Subscribers only for any duration. And monetization on. All right. We're definitely going to go through, a little bit today and, probably get some clips for the reaction channel that's over there, or the whatever you want to call it. We support you on Twitch. Thanks for the crypto love. Well, thank you for saying that, Flowersville. Appreciate it. I really do. Hopefully some people can support me over on Kick. We're still like right below 1,000 or 100 subscribers, so, or 100 followers, I mean. So if you want to go and follow me on Kick, feel free to follow me on Kick. But I realized that there were issues with the videos that I posted yesterday. Didn't realize during, because my audio is showing up just like it is today. So if you guys can help me out and let me know if you are hearing the audio, it's showing that it's popping up, but I really don't know. So just let me know with like a thumbs up or something to tell me that I'm good. And if you can't hear this, then you kind of can't. Okay, sound good. Because if you can't hear it, then everything I'm saying is pointless. And I would have to act it out. I have to be like, do you hear it? Sound good. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. We got 23 people here, guys. If you haven't had a chance to hit the like button, which it's only been 3 minutes, hit the like button. It does help out with growth and, all the stuff that we want to see on the YouTube. All right. Let's see. I'm just trying to get everything set up before we dive into everything. Good morning, Blue Collar Crypto. Thank you for being here. Anybody that is on Kick, I appreciate you guys for being here. Twitch as well, YouTube as well. Good morning, George, and good morning, everybody else. 200K subs, very, very close. I know. I was just looking at it, and I'm at 199,000. So very, very close to 200K subs, and I'm gonna be very, very happy. I don't know what I'll do, if I'm gonna do like a longer live stream, maybe like a 12-hour live stream or something. I don't know. It's just great to get close to these levels, but with crypto being down and not being able to see a ton of views that are going into it. I mean, technically I get about 10 to 20,000 views every day, which is good. That's on average. So has LUNC been announced as not a security? No. We're talking about, I guess that title may be a little bit confusing. I typed it up in like 2 seconds just because I wanted to get on as soon as possible. That may be kind of confusing because I want to have the conversation of LUNC compared to XRP is not a security because they're trying to use XRP and the case law to basically say that LUNC is not that. But that may be confusing. I might have to change the title. Also, thanks for everything, Matt. Coming from Australia, we got no information. Well, hopefully we get a ton more information. It's just right now it doesn't seem to be front page news really. Listening from Trinidad. Thank you for watching. I wanted to get into just more regulation. A lot of people talk about how regulation will be a super important part of crypto's future, right? Because when we look at regulation or understand regulation, a lot of people look at it as control. And to an extent, yes, it is a way to control, but also what they would consider to protect the everyday investor. Now, from what I've seen, it's never really been about the everyday investor. If you look at even just the stock market and how institutional trading and big firms have so much power and so much influence and can kind of break the law and overshort, and just do too many things, and stupid things is what I was trying to say. Stupid things that kind of hurt the everyday, the smaller investor when they claim to be for the smaller investor. So a lot of people look at this as regulation as a negative because they're like, well, I don't want to give up control because that's not what crypto is all about. But you also want to find a way to protect people, that are smaller investors, that are everyday investors to an extent, right? You don't want to have complete control over crypto because you shouldn't. The reason why we love it is because, it is, decentralized. You can look at that a lot of projects have more of like the community that's controlling a lot of things. Eventually you'll get to a point where you have so much money into it that institutional influence is large. But there's people on both sides, right, that look at regulation as a good thing, regulation as a bad thing. And I kind of see it as both, right? I understand that too much regulation could not be good for crypto, but regulation overall is good. And I think that regulation should come from, yes, it should come from the government, but only at a smaller extent to regulate the bigger companies, right? So the exchanges, not the coins, and say that they're selling unregistered securities or anything like that. They can regulate them, and then these exchanges can basically put things in certain places. So just like how you have things that trade, on pink sheets versus, in the markets, you're going to see the same thing with cryptocurrency, with Coinbase and with Kraken and with Binance, to where they have their own innovation zone. They have their own place to where they delist projects because they're just not living up to what they said they were going to do. You protect the investors in the long run with that. Now, I think that would be great, but let's look at this really quick. So we have this article: crypto bills pass congressional committee in huge win for U.S. crypto. Let's scroll down here. A key United States House panel has approved a pair of bills that could finally deliver some regulatory clarity to crypto firms, including clarifying the difference in jurisdiction between the U.S. securities and commodities regulators. On July 26, the majority of U.S. lawmakers voted in favor of the Financial Innovation and Technology for the 21st Century Act, as well as Blockchain Regulatory Certainty Act. The House Financial Services Committee approved the Financial Innovation and Technology for the 21st Century Act in a 35-15 vote, which would establish rules for crypto firms on when to register with either the Commodities Futures Trading Commission or the Securities and Exchange Commission. Now, that could be big, just understanding, on which one they're going to register with, right? But I don't know. The Republican bill also outlines the process for firms to certify with the SEC that their projects are adequately decentralized, allowing them to register digital assets as digital commodities. Republican Congressman French Hill, who also serves as vice chairman of the House of Financial Services Committee, said he was proud the bill had passed its first hurdle, and it had been passed by a committee with bipartisan support. We have crafted landmark legislation that establishes robust consumer protections and clear rules of the road for market participation while keeping innovation in the United States. Now, this is where it ends up getting tricky because as you have you're trying to see if something is adequately decentralized. You have different portions of it or different pieces of it that people can claim that are not. And that's where you end up getting to a point where it's like, this is security when it's honestly not there, right? So it still doesn't bring a definition. It still doesn't bring the definition to what a security is, what a commodity is, what we will label as that, right? Is it just, looking at one piece of it? Because you can say that something is decentralized, but also have pieces to it that don't really look decentralized, for a lot of projects that are there. Meanwhile, the bipartisan blockchain regulatory Certainty Act, sponsored by Republican Congressman Tom Emmer and Democratic Congressman Darren Soto, aims to set out guidelines removing hurdles and requirements for blockchain developers and service providers such as miners, multi-signature service providers, and decentralized finance platforms. Emmer praised the passing of the Blockchain Regulatory Certainty Act as a huge win for the United States. Emmer explained that the Blockchain Regulatory Certainty Act specifically deals with the blockchain related to entities qualify as money transmitters. In the United States, if passed in the House of Representatives, the bill will clear up by affirming to blockchain committee that if you don't custody customers' funds, you are not a money transmitter. No idea what that means. I have no idea what that means at all. So ultimately, I mean, getting to understand if there is more regulation. I don't really know how that could be clear. Even if you do have something that's passed and maybe another step forward, it's another step, but you still don't have clarity as to the definitions behind it or how people are going to determine whether it is a decentralized project or not, right? That's where you end up getting into an issue, and that's where you get into lawsuits where you're trying to argue that it is or it isn't. And, you have arguments on both sides, really. So, yeah, it's interesting to always have regulation or have some form of regulation, but it does move things forward for crypto as soon as we see sort of adoption by, a lot of adoption by institutions, a lot of adoption by the government as well, by banks. Then we get to a level where crypto is huge, absolutely huge. So I don't know. Let me know your opinion on that, because it's interesting. I mean, there's some parts of it that's confusing, but just understanding the main parts of being able to distinguish whether it is a security or commodity. If we wanted to look at the crypto market today, as of 7:29 a.m., currently the crypto market is up about 1.4%, which is always great to see the markets up today. It's always great to see the markets up today, and currently we're at a $1.19 trillion market cap, where Bitcoin's dominance has decreased just a little bit. We still are seeing Bitcoin that's at 29.4 K, seeing Ethereum that's just below that 19K mark. They're kind of fighting between 30K and 19K. XRP still hovering around that new, I wouldn't say new low, but new normal of 70 cents, and seeing it up about 2.3% today, but still in the last 7 days is actually down 9.4% because of the rise that we did see with XRP. Now, also we see BNB that's at $240 or $37 billion market cap. They're very, very close to one another to where BNB could take over that fourth spot, or XRP could, kind of grow a lot more and, show that it is strong in that fourth spot. Dogecoin actually saw a little bit of an increase recently because of Twitter, and we saw that at 15% increase in the last 7 days, or 1% in the last day, up to over that $10 billion mark, and currently at $11.1 billion. The thing I would like to point out with Dogecoin, a lot of people like to push for this to get to a level of $1. Understand the difference in where we were when it was up at that point to where we are now. And the big difference is the circulating supply, seeing about 140 billion coins versus what, about 120 billion coins at that point. So we're definitely seeing quite a bit of coins that are added. It might have been 130, 129, something like that. But you add about 5.2 billion per year, and it never stops. It will continue to dilute the position by 5%, and then as the overall supply grows, it'll be less and less percent, the same amount but less and less percent, if that makes sense. ADA is currently sitting at about 31 cents, seeing it at 3.2% up, or 1% down in the last 7 days. Solana is up about 6% today. That's phenomenal to see, to $25. $25.35 to be more specific. Shiba Inu hasn't really seen much of a move lately. We are seeing it up about 2% in the last 7 days, slightly up in the last 24 hours. If we scroll down here to another very popular position, looking for Cosmos. Cosmos is at $9, but I'm looking for Terra Luna Classic. Maybe we get to Chronos first. So Chronos sitting at about a $1.5 billion market cap, and seeing that at 6 cents. Let's scroll down, keep going down. Algorand, that's closer to a $1 billion market cap, but that has dropped significantly, maybe creating a huge opportunity for people. But it has dropped a hell of a lot, less than $1 billion at a 11 cent price, which is something you haven't seen, in a while. I do want to scroll down here and find Terra Luna Classic, which should be at a 500 or close to $500 million market cap. Currently sitting at that level of 4081. A slight increase on the day, a large decrease on the last 7 days. That's just how things have been for this position. And one more, looking at Pepe, which is a popular position as well, up 12% in the last 24 hours, which is phenomenal compared to a lot of other things, and down 8% in the last 7 days. So that's what the crypto market looks at as of 7:30 a.m. I don't know if I will, quickly post this clip after this live stream and show you where the market was, and a little bit of a market update on my clips channel, but we'll see if I upload it there. You're behind, you just got caught up. Well, thank you for catching up. I mean, sometimes I do that. I think right now, even my playback is like really behind. Guys, if you haven't had a chance to hit the like button, please do so. It does help out. Matt, your last Jasmine video has no sound. Yes, I have it unlisted at this moment. If you have access to it, that means you have a notification. So I have it unlisted, which means that people can't get to it unless you have the link. But I want to repost, or not repost that video, but re-record the video, because for some reason it's showing that I did not have sound on all 3 videos. And that's only because I wanted to explain what happened yesterday, because the live stream went out like very quickly. I went up to answer the door, and the live stream went out. And yeah, so my power apparently went out too. So that was an issue I was dealing with. And it was out for, I don't know, maybe 3 hours. So yeah, and I had to deal with that. I had to call the electric company and get them to figure out what's happening. So there was just a lot of issues yesterday, but since it went out, I guess it defaults to picking up a different mic, but it shows that the audio is coming through. It's just I'm gonna have to check the video every time I'm about to post it. I check the video first. That's what I'm gonna need to do. Why is Lunic in the title? Honestly, it was a quick title that I brought up, and I wanted to talk about XRP and Lunic. XRP not being labeled a security, Terra Luna Classic. Um, Hopefully to get to that point as well, but more of the connection between the two and how the case you're trying to use basically the XRP case law in order to prove that Terra Luna is not that, right? We always eventually talk about Ludic, but the whole stream isn't going to be about it. 100%. That's exactly what it's all about. I mean, it's more about regulation, which we did talk about, and I want to find other articles or anything that we could talk about there. Um, but yeah, it's more of just like crypto news, honestly. Man, he dries coming after your house. Who? What? Man, he tries coming after your house now. Who? Who are you talking about? Elmo looking strong. Is it looking strong? Are we seeing some movement here? We're seeing it up about 3.5%, but still hovering around, those same parts. We did see it increase up to about 80% of a penny, and now we're seeing it at 77. So when we get to 4 p.m., we'll probably, unless we see it surpass that point, we're going to see it down on the day versus being up 3.4%. This is only because of the last 24 hours and how it has looked. But if we look at the high point to where the current point is, we're seeing it decrease from those points. I always want to look at the reality of things, you know? But yes, overall, I can't wait to see more and more of what Elmo can do. Burning off a lot, adding on different markets. I just hope they can remain strong within whatever length of the bear market we have left, right? Hedge funds, horrible. Lunic is going to get talked about until it gets to $1. Accept it. Yeah, that's true. Can you talk about what you were trying to say in the Jasmine video? Well, if I try to say in the Jasmine video, I feel like I lose the video and what it's going to be. So I'm going to upload that video. That'll be the first video that I upload. Maybe it'll be at 12 o'clock. So when I get off of here, I might just record that video and upload it a lot earlier than I normally would. So yeah, I'll figure that out, but I'm not going to go into detail as to what I was saying in that video, just because I want to post the actual video. Buy a bed, leave the milkman alone. What are you talking about? Good morning, Matt. Good morning, Butte and Andy. What's your thoughts on Shib 2.0? What is Shib 2.0? How do let's look at this. I don't know what Shib 2.0 is. Which one? Either the one that's ranked, the green one, or the red one. Yeah, you got it, bro. All right, thanks for being here, and good morning. The green one. What's my thoughts on this? I might have seen this before for some reason. I think somebody probably brought it up before, but I don't know the history and how long this has been around. Looks like it's been around since July of 2023, which is this year. Right? At least that's what's showing on CoinMarketCap. It has a lot of places that it's available on, which is interesting. seeing it at, you know, Gate.io, MEXC, LBank, all of these different places that you can purchase this position, which is not bad. That in itself shows that it does have some sort of strength. It is down 84% from the beginning of July to where it is now at a $1.6 million market cap. We're also seeing about 1.6 million or almost $1.7 million worth of volume. That's very interesting to see. 1.68 million volume, 1.68 million market cap. That really doesn't line up with me. What you are looking at though is showing that you have 420. I don't know if this is 420 trillion or 420 quadrillion, and you're seeing 0.69 as the trillion, or is this for? I really don't know how this is labeled. Fully diluted market cap says that it is at a 1.68 million. I don't know if I see any type of major popularity in it. I don't know. I don't really get why this is all the same. It makes me think that these are not real figures. But you do have 6,000 or almost 7,000 holders within the position. If you look at those holders, you have MEXC that holds 18%. Wallet in MEXC holds 18%. It is MEXC. Gate.io that holds 7%. You're seeing an open wallet here, an open wallet that holds about 13%. That's not something I like to see at all. If you have a breakdown as to what that is, then that's great. But right now it just looks like it's an open wallet. Maybe it's an exchange, but it looks like you have majority of the exchanges with the highest volume and the liquidity as well. So it doesn't look like something that has any type of major red flags. You do have, again, some open wallets at, 3%, 2%, 1%, but that shouldn't be a major impact to the overall position. So I can't say that I see the popularity. It would be a major risk play if you would go into it. It would be a huge risk play to see what it can end up turning out to be. But I don't know all the detail as to what they are doing with this position. If you missed Shib and Pepe and Shib 2, then Shib 2 is your wisest choice. Completely meme project. A community, anonymous community. Interesting. I really don't have a major opinion on it, but it would be a risk play, honestly. I don't know what you're saying, sir. Please, Lunic. Like future trading, long Y shot. I don't know. I don't know what you're saying here. I really don't. What do you think about Waves crypto? What is Waves? Taking me to a whole nother place. One. Waves. Currently sitting at a $216 million market cap, $37 million worth of volume, 17% volume to market cap ratio. It does show some popularity in it, which I really like. Binance Kraken has 136 different markets, so the popularity is there. No type of issues on whether it's legitimate because you have 136 places to where you can purchase it. You have an unlimited max supply, which is something I don't like to see. However, if we look at the current circulating supply versus the total supply, you have all of the supply that's out there. Now, I don't know if they have any dilution, percentages on what they decide to dilute it. Let's see how many coins are in circulation. Waves begins with a fixed token, over 100 million tokens available. Its ICO raised 30,000 BTC. 85% of the supply went to sales participants. 4% to partners and supporters. 9% of developers. 1%. Okay, its utility increased in time. In 2019, it was decided to remove the supply cap. That's not ever a good decision in my opinion. With the decision making transferred to network participants. Currently, The block reward is 6 waves, and changes come in forms of votes. Users must choose whether or not to decrease the block reward by 0.5 waves every 110,000 blocks. Interesting. Waves is a multi-purpose blockchain platform which supports various use cases, including decentralized applications, DApps, smart apps, launched in 2016 following one of the cryptocurrency industry's earliest initial coin offerings. Waves initially set out to improve on the first blockchain platforms by increasing speed, utility, and user friendliness. That seems to be the case with a lot of cryptocurrencies. Speed and utility and price. That's typically where it is. The platform has undergone various changes and added new spin-off features to build on to its original design. Waves native token, Waves, an uncapped supply token used for standard payments such as block rewards. Who are the Wave founders? What makes it unique? As one of the first offerings in its field, Wave set out to improve on the early blockchain platforms and products. From the outset, it aimed to appeal to prospective business clients looking to use blockchain to improve processes or create new services. Wave supported smart contract DApp development, ensuring that speeds and ease of use surpass competition at the time. Since then, the products have appeared, including Gravity, the cross-chain and Oracle network, and decentralized finance focused platform Neutrino. Waves DEX is a decentralized cryptocurrency exchange. In 2020, Waves announced that the platform would be interoperable with the Ethereum network by releasing the Waves token as an ERC20 standard asset. So, if I look at it as an investment and look at it over the last year, we've seen this at a high price of $5.30. We've seen this at a market cap of 600 million, currently at 200 million, but we're seeing this at a high of 600 million. I would imagine you had maybe a little bit of dilution that goes into it since it is uncapped at the moment. But if you look at overall price history and where this has been, it's been to $50. It's currently sitting at $2. So the market cap was at a $5 billion market cap, which we could see again. So seeing it at a $2 price, seeing it rise up to a $20 price is a 10x return. So it does show a large form of an increase or gains that you can get from a position like this. So I see this as it looks like it could be a decent play. Unless there's something that I'm not seeing that really brought it down here and will keep it down here. But it looks like it started with 100 million supply and you're looking at 112 million. So it's not a crazy dilution. I mean, you are looking at 12% over that time frame. But it's still over a number of years versus seeing it in 1 year. So, and especially seeing it at one of the lowest market caps that it can be at, seeing it at a higher market cap, not only of 5 billion, but maybe even of 10 billion, you could see it a lot further than that. So it does look like something that has, a decent future and could be a decent investment as well. I do want to take some time to look maybe into the contract a little bit. Maybe to see the holders, but this is new to me. Won't be able to check out that, but maybe no. But yeah, let me check out the Twitter. Let me see how popular that is. 243,000. That's pretty good. Decent amount of activity. These are just retweets. We don't want retweets. We want to see a standard post. Right, a standard post and what they get. Maybe the popularity is not 100% there. A lot of retweets though. Interesting. Very interesting project. Guys, we have 91 people here. If you haven't had a chance to hit the like button, do so. It does help me out. And if you want to hit the dislike button, hit the dislike button. We got 61 likes. We got 91 people. We have 410 views on this live stream so far. Let's see. Let's go through. Blah, 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 blah. XRP to $1,000 by 2025. I mean, that's a high market cap, but some people believe that market cap is just not an issue for XRP. I appreciate it, bro. I bought in about a week and a half ago. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it could be, for you're talking about Shib, it looks like Shib 2.0. It looks like it could be a risky play, but you take those risks and people end up seeing benefits from those risks. So hopefully you see the same. Stick to bone, it will definitely pop off. What are your thoughts on ACH? Is it ACH or is it out? It's something else. I thought that was ACH for a second. Sorry, I'm missing my Alchemix. I don't know what. Oh, there it is. So this is currently up 6%. I don't know if people are looking at just what is up today and what's the most up, because this is up 6% on the day. We're seeing this at a $27 million market cap, not horrible. Looking at a $1.4 million volume day. Again, not bad, not the best. I would love to see a lot more popularity, but again, the markets are not really set up to have a bunch of people investing into, not saying this is a random project, but random projects, right? Or any projects. You see Bitcoin that's down in volume, Ethereum that's down in volume. You'll see a lot of things that are down in volume. So I wouldn't really expect a crazy amount, but if we do, then you're going to see a massive amount of popularity when we do see a popular market. But the amount of markets that are available for this, just to kind of push away all of the scam comments that you do have with certain plays. You look at the markets that are available on, and if it's on Coinbase, most likely you're not going to see that as a scam in any way, right? Binance, the more markets you have available, the more legitimate the actual project is. Not to say that it won't decrease on you, because there's some projects that will heavily dilute positions and it could decrease a hell of a lot, even though it has so many markets that it's available on. So you're seeing Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, Sushi Swap, Gemini, you go down here, Gate.io. So a lot of markets, 28 different markets, 28 different pairings, which is really, really good. If we look at the circulating supply, 1.8 million coins, not bad at all. I love seeing lower supplies. You do have an unlimited, looks like unlimited max supply, but the total supply is about 2.2 million. So either way, you have a lot of growth potential for something like this, especially something that only has 1 million coins or 2 million coins. You can see multiple millions, $100 million market cap, and see it at a much higher price. If we look at all history, we've seen this up to $2,000 before. Now, that market cap, we don't really have a breakdown of what that market cap was, but $2,000 is what we saw this at. If we look at more recent highs, or more, I guess I wouldn't say realistic, but more recent pushes up in 2021, in the beginning, I guess in the middle of 2021, seeing this at $420 or $450, and seeing this hover above or below $400, $300, $200, and now seeing this at $14. It shows how much potential it could have. So you're seeing this down 97% over the last however many years, not just last year, but the last multiple years. But you're seeing this at a $14 price. So again, you could see this at a lot higher of a market cap. Now, the issue that we're dealing with here is it looks like the market cap, it looks like the market cap, there may have been some dilution within the position. Now, you do see that We are seeing a higher price, so that makes sense, but I don't think it's that much. It's significantly higher than where this point is to see that big of a market cap rise. Now that's a 450 or 470 $1 million market cap. Can we see it get back to that point? Well, that's possible. Well, what really is it? Just to understand, about this product. I guess I really can't get a breakdown unless I go and look at the website. Yeah, I can't really get a breakdown, but if I look at it just from an investment standpoint, it looks like something that could be an opportunity. But again, you might want to do a little bit more research, because if you do the research into this, you might see something. You want to see not only the positives, but you want to see the negatives as well. What really brought it down to this state? Was it just because of the markets? And also, what's the history on volume? Has the volume depleted? Because you can have so many different places where you're investing at, or different pairings, but if the volume starts to deplete, then you don't have the popularity anymore. Because right now it looks like it's up 110% over the last 24 hours, which means that it was down. The volume was down significantly. So yeah, take that for whatever it's worth. Let me go back here. One more question. Is Vault Inu dead? I'm not a big fan of Vault Inu, so I don't know if it's dead, if it's alive. I haven't heard much from the Vault Inu community. Typically, they come over here and would say something like, hey, only invest in Vault. So I don't know. I don't know. It said it sell for top, a setback to all message. Why is he ignoring my messages? I'm not ignoring my messages. Skipping every single one of every stream. So yeah, I'm not ignoring any messages. I'm commenting on what's there, and I always have long-winded answers. That's how that goes. JB, are you on all messages or top messages? Let me check. Thanks for letting me know. Interesting. My message is vanishing. Your messages are not vanishing. There should be 87 likes. Strike the like, people. Yeah, definitely hit that like button. Lunatics token got delisted from LBank. Do you think the project is dead? I mean, at this point, I really don't know. I still hold my Lunatics token in MetaMask, and it says it's worth $1,000, but I think it's only worth like hundreds of dollars at this point. Is it dead? I would hope not. I would hope that people in leadership can come and change things up, add some money to it, put some money into the project, so that you can see it launch on other markets and pick up steam, pick up volume, because the concept was great. It's just I don't know, they just failed in that delivery. And it happens. It does happen. It's just like a failed business. And I wouldn't say that, it's completely failed. If you guys want to give up on it, I wouldn't blame you to give up on it. And that's the reason why I'm not selling anything that I own. I want people to be able to gain some value out of it. And I don't want to be that person that kind of, I wouldn't be pulling any type of rug, because I don't hold that much. But I don't want to pull anything out from under anybody. So I would love for you guys to, if you wanted to take any type of money out, then you'd be able to do that. I don't know what it's really worth, but it sucks with the opportunity that they had. They squandered that opportunity because they felt as though they wanted to build a bunch of things. This is where you start to confuse, where people are trying to build something to have a larger impact, or build something so that they can just have a bunch of different money drivers, right? And it seems like that always tends to be not a topic of conversation, but always tends to be the route that they go towards. Like, you look at something like Shiba Inu, right? Shiba Inu is the coin itself is decentralized. The coin itself is has a community. It's a community-based project, right? The only reason it flows is because of people investing into it, not because they have any type of utility. However, the separate group, the ecosystem dev team, wanted to create so many different things in order to profit off of Shib Inu's success. So they'll create NFTs, they'll create a metaverse with metaverse lands, they'll create a game, they'll create all these different things that can drive money or drive revenue into their pockets, and then do nothing with it to help out the overall project or projects that they have listed there. But it's all basically to drive money into their pockets. The same thing happened with Lunatics token, where they're building all these different things. When it comes to NFTs, it comes to partnerships there, anything that they can build in order to kind of drive money into the core members' pockets. And I don't want to say that everybody was like that, but you tend to get people that are greedy and want some money out of the deal, or want money early out of the deal. I look at it like this. I look at it compared to like the Facebook. And I said the Facebook, right? Because it was called the Facebook in the beginning, and then, obviously dropped the. But I look at it compared to that, where if they decided to monetize too early, Facebook might have not been what Facebook was. And, Mark Zuckerberg might have not been able to create or buy out Oculus and, create the different things that they're creating now, and have the connections to Instagram and all of these other different things that could have been, or that are, might have not have been, right? Because of the fact they could have monetized too early. But they decided to wait until they got to a point where they understood what it was. They start monetizing, adding ads in a lot of different places, and then they make their money, and it's worth billions of dollars, right? Maybe even getting up there in trillions of dollars. I don't know what Meta's worth, but I would have to go and check into the stock market. But I look at it compared to that, and that's always the case. If you see a project that just goes to start creating things on the DEX side, and wanting to launch a ton of NFTs, make sure that they're doing it for the right reasons, right? Doing it for funding for the project. If it's for funding of their own pockets, if they don't say where the money is going, then most likely it's just to get a grab out of what's popular. So we need to make sure we understand where the money is going in every scenario, in order to kind of vet these projects that are gaining popularity. Because the first thing that they'll do is find a community, or have the community, and launch NFTs, because those NFTs will be a money driver. And if you have NFTs, make sure you know where the money is going, and same thing with lands, right? You're going to have these metaverse lands that they build, and where's the money going? Hell if I know. They said it's supposed to go to creating the metaverse, but I'd imagine they skimmed on some of that and kept it for themselves. So I know that they've put out like previews of what the metaverse actually is, and all of that. But it'll be interesting to see what actually gets released and how much money they spent on that. Let me scroll all the way down. I'm going to be skipping a lot of messages because I have long-winded answers all the time. Thank God I sold off my Lunatics ages ago. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that made money from it. Like, I made money from Lunatics token a while ago, right? When it first launched, it grew by, I can't remember what the percentage was, but it grew by a lot. I turned like $400 into like 2,000 or something dollars or whatever. Took my initial investment plus some profit, and then that's where I didn't invest more. I kept the ones that were in there, and then also saw the opportunity that they gave me, which was like, hey, we can turn this into something a lot bigger, but let's more focus on Lunatics token, or sorry, on Terra Luna Classic. And it went from focusing on Terra Luna Classic to instantly turning around and not being focused on Terra Luna Classic. And that's where I was like, are you sure about that? Do you want to go that route? Because it doesn't make sense for you to just go, oh, well, let me just focus on this project and do everything here when it didn't even increase the value of Lunatics token. It seemed like it just increased the value of their pockets. So anybody that I talked to, or anybody that I talked to that I gave suggestions to that didn't even listen to me at all and just said, no, that's not going to work. Like, there's no way in hell that I'll ever work with you again. I just want to let you know that. And maybe you're watching this, maybe you're not. And it's pointless to build things the way that they were planning on building it. I mean, I could see the greed as time went on in certain people. So I had conversations with maybe like four of the core members. I think four of the core members, or maybe only like three. And yeah, that's just not right to basically say, hey, this person doesn't know what they're talking about, or this is not the right path to go, when in fact we should have focused on that path. But I'll let it go. Not gonna lie, hit the like button because you ain't tell us about Jasmine. Not gonna lie, hit the like button because you ain't tell us about the Jasmine video. Oh, you're not. I said not gonna lie. Not gonna hit the like button. Okay. I don't know what I'm reading. But that's fine. I'll tell you about Jasmine later. You can hit the like button on that video. Lunatic is dead to me. Some shady looking ish going on. Yeah. Lunatic swings 50% sometimes. This sideways market is really boring. It is. Jasmine will be great. It's up today, as it is apparently out of that Binance zone. Yeah, the innovation zone, which is huge news. But I kind of want to. Let me see. Guess I'll make 2 Jasmine videos today. All right. Sorry, market going up or down? I mean, right now it's up. As you could see, the market is up by 1.43%. Short Pepe. I don't know about that. Bone Jasmine over 5%. Wait, Bone Jasmine up over 5%. Pepe up over 13%. XRP 3%. Did you talk about WorldCoin yet? I've talked about it multiple times. I have a video over on my clips channel if you guys want to check that out. Which, let me go ahead and look at that. Go over to YouTube and go to my clips channel. Where is it? Yeah, if you go to my channel and go to associated channels, so go up to the list here and just go over to channels. You might, if you're on a phone, you might have to scroll over. You'll see my channels. I have the NFA channel, which I talk about stocks and stuff. If you guys want to check that out, feel free to subscribe over there. We have different live streams and videos that we create over on that page. But then we also have the reaction channel, to which I do post a lot of the breakdowns that I do in these videos. So if you guys have missed any breakdowns that I talked about, any articles that I went over, I will post those on this reaction channel. Maybe I'll just do like Matt clips or something. I'll change it to Matt's clips. I like the reaction portion of it because I always like to react to different things. But these clips could be good as we have different live streams. So feel free to go and check out this channel. Right now, Matt reacts. Later will be probably something different. We'll figure it out. But yeah, go ahead and check that out. On the Jasmine video, I'll hit the like button and share it with a friend for you. I appreciate that. Terra Luna Classic community dissed Lunati at every turn. They never accepted. It didn't make sense to keep focusing there. No, I mean, it does make sense to keep focusing there. You don't give up because people are saying that you're not legitimate. You prove them wrong. That's not the way that you go about. Obviously, you want the Terra Luna class community to accept you right from the start. But there were already 8,000 people that accepted what Lunatics token was. That should not be the case. In any instance, I've never been told to ever give up on something because somebody's telling me I can't do something or you're not a part of something. And that's where we lose focus. We have issues that build because people tend to go with what the masses say, and you just have to prove them wrong every step of the way, and if we would have just shown that you're getting listed on different exchanges, you're building a bunch of different revenue, you're burning the things that you're burning, with action comes acceptance, right? So the fact that we had a lot of people that were just like, well, the Luna community is just not going to accept us. You have to make them accept you. That's not a reason to not focus that way. That's the reason why you had 8,000 followers or 8,000 people that were a part of it. Because of me that was talking about it from the Terra Luna Classic community, even you that was talking about it from the Terra Luna Classic community, and a lot of other people, or a couple of other people. Some other people didn't want to take that leap because they weren't sure what it was going to be, but you saw people that mentioned it slightly. Like you saw Claybro that mentioned it slightly because he's just like, oh, well, this project has burned 2 billion. It's up there on the list, but they stopped. Why would they stop even though that's getting them where they want to get to? So, I don't know. You can't make his lives is the rarity. Well, thank you for being here. I've tried 3 times now. I enjoy how he goes in depth on projects. Are you talking about me? If you're talking about me, I appreciate that. If you're not talking about me, I still appreciate you being here. With respect, I gotta disagree. I mean, I don't know. I understand that. I mean, there were a lot of people that didn't accept Amazon. There were a lot of people that didn't accept Tesla. There's a lot of people that didn't accept Facebook. There's a lot of people that didn't accept a ton of things. There's people that don't accept Bitcoin, and look at Bitcoin now. There's people that don't accept Ethereum. But the point is that you have to take action. I mean, you had supporters. If you did not have any supporters, like say if you had 2,000 followers, and I'm not trying to change your mind, we can disagree. It creates for good conversation. But if you have 2,000 followers or 2,000 people that are following the project, that's still 2,000 people. That's fantastic, but it's not as much of the community. But we saw 8,000 holders within the project. That is support. You saw millions of dollars that were going through this project, multiple millions of dollars, saw a $21 million market cap. That's support. It doesn't have to be everything in the community because you're not going to get that right away, but you have to work your way up to that. And that's where I see a lot of these projects. Nothing is accepted right from the start. It should have a place in at least a portion of the community's heart, but nothing is accepted 100%. So we can respectfully disagree here, but could you explain to me why you do disagree? Why you believe that we need acceptance from the entire community in order to see growth? What do you think about the wallets? No audio in your last 3 videos. I know. I unlisted them, so I'm gonna post at least one. Matt likes a mass debate. I do like debating about things. You can say I'm a master. A master debater. What do you What do you think about the wallets with 70% of USTC that is untouched for more than a year? So I've never gone in depth on USTC. I'm not gonna lie, but as we look at, we're talking about 70% that's in so one wallet has 70%. I thought it was multiple wallets that have a lot, but I may be wrong there. But either way, I still feel like that is, even though you have something like that, yes, it does. You do look at it and you're like, oh, well, if this gets back to $1, they sell everything. And, now we're not going to see USTC completely recover. However, if you have the full amount to completely recover the USTC, then you make it known that you do have the full amount to recover USTC, and that would be like $10 billion or something. And if you have $10 billion, then you can fully recover it if you wanted to. But with the hype of knowing that we're going to recover that, it pushes it up to a higher level, which means you don't need $10 billion in order to recover it. Then you see the person or people with 70% of the supply that decide to sell off and do whatever they do. But then you have extra money to put into it so that you can support it when it does, or if it does repeg again. So that's what I would see as a way to do that. But I don't think that's the route that we're going, which is having the full amount in order to repeg the total there. You would need to build up a lot of cash. And like I said, billions of dollars, you would need to build up a lot of cash in order to fully repeg everything, which could come from, Terra Luna Classic as that growth happens. But with the method that we're taking, that's not going to be the way that we go. So if we're slowly doing it, it means that as we see prices increase, those wallets will slowly deplete, One day, Stacy, he will answer your question. One day soon. I appreciate that, JB. I apologize. And my comments was one up from that, and it got passed. So the issue with the comments is that when I have a lot of comments, it skips. So if I scroll down even a little bit, it skips all the way down to the bottom. So then I have to scroll all the way back up, and a lot of times I miss things. Let me see. GFAL, it's a solid team, seriously impressive. I'll have to look into that. The problem is that when I go through a full breakdown, I really don't want to have to go into write another breakdown. I want to get through some comments because it takes me like 5 or 10 minutes to go through a breakdown. So now I'm missing a ton of comments, which means the next person's probably going to say, hey, what about this? And I'm like, crap, So maybe in order to actually get full breakdowns, we'll have to do like a super chat or something, because it's very difficult to get these breakdowns. After maybe like 4 breakdowns or 3 breakdowns or something, we're going to have to like skip the breakdowns for a while. Because I have like, what's your view on OGN? I have what's your view on GFAL? I have what's your view on Shib, on Shib 2, on Pepe, on a lot of other projects here, and we have to figure that out. So yeah, and somebody's asking me about WorldCoin too. So we have GFAL on the screen. This is going to be, I'm gonna skip a lot. So if you guys are asking for something, we will figure that out. But we have to figure out the whole entire situation, because it ends up, I can't get to all the comments and talk to people because of these breakdowns. Anyways, this position, GFAL, is currently at a $12.7 million market cap, seeing at about a 582,000 volume day, down 18%, down 1% in price movement. Volume market cap ratio is a little bit lower. We are seeing this at a 10 billion coin supply, which you have 715 million in circulating supply, showing a lot of dilution potential. That's not something I like to see. I hate seeing dilution unless it gets to a fully diluted level, and then I can find a way to purchase in if it has popularity. Well, now we scroll all the way over here to all history. This has been around for, a few months. We're seeing this, from this low level. Looks like it's up 208% over the time it has been out, which is fantastic to see, creating, maybe a little bit higher highs, some higher lows here, and creating a better situation where we're looking at about 2 cents and probably looking at more markets as time goes on. That's great to see, seeing MEXE, Bitmart, but it does look like you're not seeing a crazy amount of volume. I would love to see the volume history, but for some reason, CoinMarketCap took that off, unless they do have that somewhere and I just don't know where it is. But yeah, what is this? So what is GFAL? GFAL is a native currency and utility token of all the games on the platform. What does that mean? The token is designed to be a bridging asset in operations of all kinds within the ecosystem. One of the primary uses for GFAL is the in-game and on the marketplace. Users need GFAL to mint game assets into NFTs, purchase exclusive assets, and trade them. The VIP system also gives active users of GFAL discounted transactions, priority access, and governance rights. Additionally, developers can access the developer portal, game analytics, and live events by holding GFAL. The GFAL token's utility continually expands as the ecosystem grows and more games are released. Sounds interesting. I just don't know what type of games you're even talking about here. So shaping the future of gaming, using innovative technology to create novel gaming categories. NFT 2.0, Battle Pass Evolution. What type of games? We can look at these games. So you have Elemental Raiders, you have Diamond Dreams, whatever these are. A new take on Switcher games collected outstanding jewels, mints, and trade NFTs. You could watch the teaser. I'm not going to watch the teaser because it might have music in there that I cannot play. Elemental Raiders. Don't know what the hell that is. Looks interesting. It looks like some sort of a battle game. I mean, I'm always interested in gaming. I love gaming, right? So I don't know. It sounds like it could be interesting. I mean, the growth that you've seen over the last few months is great. Seeing 208%, that's fantastic. And maybe you're getting a lot more support as time goes on. And maybe they're also doing the right things by launching on some of these exchanges and creating popularity. So I wouldn't say that it's a bad project. I see the growth potential. I see the movement that it has had. I just hope that there's more in the tank, right? The issue that I deal with is the circulating supply. That's the issue that I deal with. And I hope this is the project that we're supposed to be looking at, because there's a lot of times where it's not. I'm going to skip down, so I apologize. We're going to kind of stop with all of the breakdowns that are here. If you want a breakdown, I mean, you could send a super chat and we'll give you a full breakdown, but we already had I don't know, maybe 5 different breakdowns. And that's how we'll get into that, just so we can kind of limit the amount of breakdowns we have. And if I want to go into something, I can go into something. So we'll definitely do that. I think I have something on Mark Zuckerberg that seemed like it was interesting. XRP will explode further. I agree with you. Cocaine sharks? What are we talking about here? I'm long on XRP, thinking 73 cents. I'm happy where I am on XRP, which is between 36 and 39 cents. First bears, now sharks. The founders, then names who they are is impressive. Really, one of the guy was a VP at Activision, Blizzard, and Netflix. Interesting. You can't burn people's USTC wallets. That would be unlawful. That would be unlawful for one. It's not our money. What are you talking about? Oh, you're saying how about we just burn USTC? I mean, they could do a split. That would be interesting. And I know a lot of people would be against that. That would be interesting. I know people are against the reverse split on the Terra Luna Classic side, but how about the reverse split on the USTC side, right? And I know there's a lot of people that would be very, very upset, but that would also, create a kind of panic in USTC for the person or the wallet that's holding 70% or wallets that are holding 70%. That would create panic within that. So then you see it decrease in price. But in reality, it's not to go, okay, well, we'll see this, decrease in price and that we panic. We can look at it and go, well, this is, an opportunity. Because we know that the idea is to get it back to a level of a penny. And if you do a 10-to-1 type of split, you're getting this down to a $1 billion max market cap to get to $1, right? And you also dilute people's USTC, which I'm perfectly fine with. I have 10,000 or like 15,000 USTC, and I'm okay with you taking that all the way down to 1,500. I'm perfectly fine with that. Because I realize the growth potential and where it can go to, where it's going to get back to $1 billion. We could see that happen if USTC was less, had a less market cap to get to in order to get to $1. Well, now the algorithm can be supported in a way. We still would have the issue with Terra Luna Classic not being able to support USTC at the current state because, of all the supply that's there, but you still see the strength in USTC at that moment. And then even building back up to a level of, instead of 1 billion, 2 billion, 3 billion, whatever you get to as time goes on. So ultimately, I don't think that's a bad idea. A reverse split on USTC side, that doesn't seem like a bad idea at all. But nobody's a fan of a reverse split. I just want to see it get back to normal. I don't care if I make $54,000 or $54 million. I just want to see it get back to normal and have the opportunity to get back to a way higher point. Because let's say we do see the split and I have 54,000 coins, right? And it's not, well, it would be 540 if we saw it get down to, I guess, a $58 billion coins. I would have 540,000 coins, which means that it gets to $1, it's $540,000. I mean, that's not bad. Now, if you end up going a little bit lower to 5.8 billion instead of 58 billion, or overall 6.8 billion, what I'm looking at is 54,000 coins. Am I okay with 54,000 coins? Yeah. What happens to the overall price potential and where it can go? Well, now that can go up to a level of maybe $20 or $30 or whatever, right? You can see it get up to some of these higher levels because it's a 5 billion coin supply. And that turns my 54,000 into 100,000 or 200,000 or 300,000 or $1 million. You never really know. But people look at it like, oh, I want to hold the most amount of coins because if I hold the most amount of coins, then we get to $1, I hold 54 million. It's not about that. It's about the recovery. It's about restoring the chain. And if we can restore the chain as fast as possible, we see higher prices. So screw 54 million. I could see 100,000. I could see 200,000. And once we accept that, we'll be at a better spot. I feel like the chain will be recovered. We'll see USTC at a level that we want to see it at. It's just we won't have, I believe, as much hype behind it because people are looking for $1 million out of this. But you can still gain a hell of a lot. and potentially gain 1 million. So that's my take on it. I know people are like, stop with the reverse split. It's stupid with the reverse split. It's not. If we are against burns, right, or a lot of people are against burns and saying that we need utility, we're never going to see that level of $1. A level of a penny is believable. That can definitely happen. But the level of $1 that we think we're going to see is not going to happen if we're not seeing those level of burns or decreasing the supply overall for both sides. So I'm just trying to, give you guys solutions. I know people are not huge fans of it at all, just like they're not fans of burns. But if they're not fans of these two things, then they're also not fans of seeing Terra Luna Classic thrive. I mean, you need to see what Alex Shaw has tweeted, Matt, about USTC. What did he tweet about USTC? Give me what in a nutshell. I could probably look it up. Alex for Shaw. That guy has been. I mean, I don't know what to say about him. He hasn't been nice to people. Let's say that. I don't want to sit here and curse about people or say anything bad about anybody, but he's always been an asshole. Sorry for anybody that's listening with their kids, or anything. I don't know. I've heard of people saying like, "Oh, I have my kids watch like stock and crypto content so that they understand how to trade in the stock market." And I apologize if anybody's watching, and kids are near or anything. I know it's summertime. So let me quickly go over here. What is it? Alex, or I think he might be. I don't think he's blocked, but I think he might be blocked. Alex for. Oh, I don't think that's the right thing. Yeah, I don't know what his Twitter account is. Does he have a Twitter? I don't see anything. Yeah, I don't see anything here. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll be able to find his account somewhere somehow. Or is it 10% of the total supply just nuked at once? Would be nice. I saw Do Kwon hold 70% of the total supply of Wrap Luna in one wallet. It's kind of wild. Tweeted about the wallet with 70% USTC, says it belongs to TFL. Burn his bloody wallet. Yeah, well, yeah, that would be great. TFL can go jump. Burn 100%. And they are talking about burning all that USTC. They all are took the words out of my mouth, Matt. And to be honest, bro, I gave up on Luna because I really don't believe it's going to do anything, because you can't get people to agree on things. They all want to go their way. So they say their way was right. Yeah, I mean, so I guess that would include me. I honestly think that we should just find a place that we agree on, and we let it live out its life. And if we're wrong, we're wrong, right? I felt like from the beginning we had it right. We were talking about burns, we were talking about decreasing the supply, everything to find a way to decrease that supply and recovery of the chain. But then we slowly went into this this area where it's like, hey, it's all about utility. It only takes one person to kind of create a wave. All you need is a tweet to go viral, or a video to go viral, or somebody to talk about your proposal, or multiple people to talk about your proposal, and then all of a sudden everything's on utility. And I kind of blame, no offense to, um, what the hell's his name? It was Crypto King, now Levi, as well as Classy Crypto, as well as some other people that were all about utility and saying, hey, utility is the way. I'm not wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong by saying utility isn't the way for the next bull run, but establishing it and 100% focus on it is ridiculous. I didn't think we needed that. I think we needed to focus on getting that supply down, because that's how we get back to normal. And it looks like that was the goal, was to get back to normal. So I kind of blame all those people that were kind of pushing, hey, utility will be huge for this, and we need to focus on this. Let's decrease the tax, and if we decrease the tax, this is what happens. So there was so much conversation on that, and I sort of blame those people. No offense, like, I'm not gonna sit here and I hope I don't offend anybody there, but when we talk about something as the next biggest thing, and it completely changes the dynamic for that cryptocurrency project, and the mindset and the path, it opens up a bunch of floodgates to change the path again. And that's what we saw, right? We changed it from a 1.2 percent burn, and trying to get the exchanges to focus on burning, to accepting what Binance is giving us and not focusing on any other exchange to do any type of burns or establish a burn. We decreased the burn because we saw what they were doing at the 0.1%. We were like, oh, well, maybe they just want to do a 0.1% burn. That's not what they wanted to do. They didn't want to do a 0.1% burn. What they wanted to do, and I know ZZ believes in burns because he burns his own project. He burns BNB. He believes in burns. He believes that they work, but you have to do it universally, or have something that's set up by the actual project to do a quarterly burn or something like that, which, since the community is the leaders there, it doesn't make sense to go that route of trying to get a quarterly burn from the community, because we're not going to burn our own coins. It's just not going to happen, right? There's a lot of people that are completely against that. So we went from the 1.2 to what, 0.2%, which is even higher than what we have for Binance, and nobody adopted that either, besides MEXC and Coinin, which didn't really see a ton of volume anyways. And then MEXC even gave up on the burns because they didn't see the support for what they had with the 1.2% burn, as well as the 0.2% burn. So and then we went and increased, I believe, to 0.5, but we also tried to take from that and put it towards the community pool, which I guess could be understandable. But at the level that we were looking for, the level they ended up increasing that to, it was ridiculous. Even 50%, let alone what was it, going to, like, what was it, 10% or something. So yeah, it was just an issue. The whole entire thing was just an issue. And you're right. I think we don't know what path we're taking, and we're all over the place. I can't say that I give up on Lunic, but I don't know what path we're taking. The market has been down for far too long. We need a proper bull soon. Yeah. Think people should just move on from it. There are other projects way better, like your one and only Jasmine we trust. Yeah, I don't think people should just move on. I think there's a lot of push left in Terra Luna Classic, even to an extent of just seeing a 10x, even to an extent of seeing a 20x. I see that ability. I see that area and the way that we can get to some of these levels. I honestly don't want to just see gains. I want to see the survival of the project, because as it gets to some of these higher levels, people are going to just give up on it because it's just, and it's not giving up on it saying that they're going to lose money, but giving up on it and accepting the gains that they have. And then the project completely loses value because it didn't do what it was set out to do, which was recover the chain. Um, and then we result to probably a reverse split in the end, when we could have seen that plus seen all the volume. So if it gets to the point where we have all this supply, it increases to a level of, let's say, 10% of a penny, 20%, 50% of a penny, or even a penny, right? Let's say it does get to those levels. Well, now people start to take profit. They give up on the play because, they made money from it. And it's nothing more than just a money maker or money driver for them rather than a successful project. Now you see the position come back from a $50 billion market cap down to a 1 billion or less than 1 billion. And then they end up going to doing this reverse split eventually, maybe 5 years from now. And now it lost all traction, all volume. So you're not going to see the support for that project. And it's just going to be dead in the water, which we still made our money from it. Fantastic. But we could have made so much more by giving this a chance to succeed in the long run. So I don't know. Should do a Russian roulette kind of burn. 99% of the supply from random wallets. If you didn't get burned, you're a millionaire. That would be a gamble, because you have larger wallets out there that might not ever get that Russian roulette, might never land on them. You and Crypto Lifer are the only ones I found on YouTube that I can play out loud, simply because adults can't refrain from cussing. Yeah, I try not to say curse words at all. I've always tried to do that. Not when I was in high school or middle school. It was like once you have the words, it seems like everybody was doing it. It was like, yo, we're doing this and all that. It's like ridiculous. But right now, no, I don't do it. So try to make it family friendly. Thank you for seeing that. But yeah, every now and then we'll get some people who act like that I kind of have to say what they are. I think Luna is actually now just finally starting to get some form of agreement between the devs, or between all the devs. Could be a lot worse. Could be getting backdoored for all of our tokens, etc. True, but I don't think it's only about the devs. I would have to see both sides there. I don't think it's only about the devs. I think it's more about the community, since this is a community-driven, coin or project or chain, right? Now, validators do hold a very large amount of the decision-making burden, but we ultimately kind of push others to say if this is a good idea or a bad idea. So you got Alex Schall's Twitter there. Was pinned then. Blah 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 blah. No. It's a query of the vast majority of wallets, 5 million, covering app 90% of all USTC in existence. The query asks what is the sum of all USTC wallets, where the USTC total today was identical to the wallet's total from 6 months ago, down to several decimal places. The result is that 6.54 billion out of 9.34 billion USTC covered in the query, 70% of all USTC was left untouched over that time frame. So you're looking at multiple wallets that are untouched. It's not just one, right? which again, I mean, if you look at me, so there's a lot of people, right? And I would suggest that, you know, you would have a ton of people that are doing the same thing. There's a lot of people that do this with their wallets. So as you're receiving, you know, staking rewards, all you're doing is just adding more USTC to that wallet. I've never touched this amount of USTC yet. I haven't moved it. I haven't done anything. I haven't. That's what you see, right? USTC has not been touched. So that may be a portion of it as well. Now, I'm not 100% sure as to everything within the query. I'm literally just seeing a small snippet of what it is. But that could also be a factor as well, to where it's not touched. I haven't touched that since I um, had the Station wallet, which I think Station. How long has the Station wallet been around? What, like 5 months, something like that? Maybe more. The new wallet, not the older one, because this is my brand new wallet. But I'm sure that people have an older wallet to where they have USTC and they have not touched it. They have not done anything with it. But yeah. LUNC is going to be absolutely huge once it takes off. Yeah, I think once we see you know, a ton more um, in volume, you know, we'll start to see, you know, this absolutely move. Yeah, I believe so. I gave up on Classic. I'm done with it. I'm on Elmo ERC now. Well, that's fantastic. I mean, whatever you feel strong in, that's amazing. You know, I'm okay with people being on. Someone just said just buy Caspa. I'm okay with people being on Caspa. I believe Caspa has a lot of potential as well. So it's all of what you believe in, guys. Something huge is going to happen with crypto in August. I hope you're right. Um, so much selling pressure on Lunatics, Solana, etc. What are you bullish on right now? Um, I'm bullish on basically everything that I'm holding. Um, I'm bullish on CRO in a large way. I'm bullish on Jasmine Coin. I'm bullish on ADA. Not one that's going to turn you into like a multi-millionaire. ADA is worth a hell of a lot, but ADA will be a lot more valuable. Bullish on ADA. Um, I'm bullish on um, Terra Luna Classic. You know, I'm bullish on XRP. I'm bullish on Elmo. You know, I'm bullish on a lot of my positions that I'm holding, which I have consolidated a lot. I have, you know, put a lot into different places, which I feel like if I would have just held them, they would give me the value that I had before, if not way more. But like I said, YouTube revenue has been down, down, down. Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It does help out. How many tokens do you hold? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 different tokens or coins. I'm leaving. Matt skips all my messages every day. I do. I do skip all of your messages. I'm tired of this DJ Trev guy always being here asking questions. Like what's the what's the deal with that? Um Doge I see hit $1. It didn't hit $1. Oh, you see Doge hitting. Uh you see it hitting $1. Okay, like in the future. That would be $140 billion market cap. I don't know. I mean, maybe that will definitely be the biggest mover in a meme coin, um, you know, ever. I don't know if I think she might have taken Hayden to daycare, but if she didn't, I want to go and say hi. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Oh, Hayden's not here. Now I'm sad. Now I'm a sad guy. Is it true that Jasmine's out of the innovation zone? I have to look it up. I actually haven't checked it. If there's any like news there. Um, Wait, what is Jasmine Coin doing? Is it up right now? Jasmine Coin is up 4.2%. I don't see an article for it or anything like saying that things are released. So I was gonna put out a video on it, but I have to find something that gives me confirmation. Maybe it's on Twitter. Jasmine US. Our team. Oh, stop. Our team has created the innovation zone, which will allow the users to trade new tokens, offering the comfort of Binance account while at the same time protecting less suited exposure and risk that comes with the trading. What led us to create the innovation zone? Here's my take. Jasmine is innovative on the project. I think this was from a while ago. This is from May 10th. Let me see if you have anything on here. I believe someone says, I believe Jasmine is out of the innovation zone. It went back to infrastructure. I'll have to look it up. I'll have to find something because I don't have an article on it. Jasmine got placed into the monetary zone. Yeah, I want to see that. Is it on Binance? Is it a post on Binance? I want to see. Twitter? Never heard of it. Who's this Hayden that Matt is always leaving for? He should be here giving us breakdowns on Scooby Doo token. I'm leaving. Is there actually? There is a Scooby Doo token, isn't there? Which coin is your biggest hold? CRO is my biggest hold. Yes, it's in the worst zone now. It's not out of the innovation zone. The zone just got rebranded. There's no more innovation zone. I'm thinking market will be bearish today, but will shoot up Friday over the weekend. I mean, right now it's pretty positive, as you can see on the screen. Like, you know, the overall market's up about 1%. We are seeing the last hour be majority red, but it's like not moving really much. It's plus or minus 1%. Not really crazy. Are you aware of ISO coins? No. I want to say no. I don't know why that sounds so familiar. Are you staking your CRO? I'm earning 4% on KuCoin. So yes, the whole video that I made yesterday talking about gaining, well, you didn't see it because you saw it, you just didn't hear it. the whole video that I made yesterday talking about how I'm gaining $32,000 a year with CRO is coming from the fact that I am staking my CRO. I have 83,000 coins, and I'm gaining about 8,000 coins per year. I'm gaining about 10%, 8 to 10%, depending on where I'm staking it, what validator I'm staking it with. I'm staking it on the DeFi wallet. So I'm gaining about 8,000 coins per year, which if my price of getting to $4 per coin is legit, which I believe $100 billion market cap is not ridiculous, then I would be gaining $32,000 per year that I'm holding this position, even if it doesn't get there to $4 until 2 years from now. As long as this APY stays consistent, which it's not going to be the same all the time, but as long as it stays within the same range, I'm gaining about $30,000 to $32,000 per year by having that and selling it at that $4 price point. Matt, I don't think it has any sound on the video. It doesn't. I unlisted all the videos. I didn't put them private, but I unlisted them. I wish I could just go into a coma and wake up during the bull market. Well, when you wake up, you'll have a lot of bills to pay. It's it's tough because as you get closer and closer to the bull market, it always seems like you have to start either taking from your investments or something like that, and that's kind of what I'm in the middle of. Like, I don't want to have to take from any investments that I have, but I'm like almost forced to do so here, which sucks. It does suck. We're just not seeing the same. We're not seeing the same amount of viewers that we saw before. It's honestly like I love the people that are here, like all of the moderators and members and subscribers. I really do like you guys being here and chatting it up. But I also would love to see at least 300 people, 300 concurrent viewers that are here, as well as tens of thousands of views on the regular videos that I post. But that's not, you can't always ask for it. You can't always get it unless you have certain thumbnails, certain titles, and certain bull markets, honestly. What your hand's doing in the caption? Like this? Or you mean in the thumbnail? Oh my god. I don't know. Displaying whatever the thing is. The vacation I just got from cost me about $2,000 in Nashville, man, way too expensive. Well, we're going to Disney next month, so you can imagine how much that costs, and we're staying on Disney property. So, I think, and then the flights and all, like it's a lot. So yeah, Matt, do you research on ISO 20022 crypto? Pull it up on your live screen now. Consolidate your portfolio. I'll have to look into that in another time. I think I'm done kind of pulling things up. I think I just want to talk to you guys at this point because I have a lot of stuff. Or I don't have a lot of stuff that I want to talk about, but I have a lot of stuff that I already talked about. I guess there's probably one more thing I wanted to look at that was kind of interesting, just from, I guess, a article or a title standpoint, but Meta remains committed to the metaverse, Mark Zuckerberg says. This is something that interests me because I feel like the metaverse is still big, and people are looking at more AI, everything AI, and not looking at the metaverse as much. So they're kind of focused on these AI coins, but I still think metaverses are very, very important and creating those different universes that you can have within a digital space is huge. And that's why I think Mark Zuckerberg is very, very focused on it, because it is going to be the future where you can see, augmented reality and virtual reality. And as you have these glasses, like these glasses that I have, to where everybody's always shocked when I have them, because they're like, oh, they just look like regular sunglasses, but honestly, they take pictures. And they, like, I can call out to Facebook and uh, tell them to say anything. Like, I don't know if you can hear it. Let me see. Hey, Facebook, what's the battery life? So the they want things like this, but you want to be able to have a virtual reality type of thing, but be able to have the smaller frame of just regular glasses, so that you can have a virtual reality setting in something like this, rather than a virtual reality setting in the bigger virtual reality helmets. So if I wanted to just wear sunglasses, I could just wear sunglasses, and also have the weather, and have what people are doing, and all these other things. So I think metaverse and augmented reality, virtual reality is still very, very big. I just kind of haven't really focused on what I should invest into and what will be the big cryptocurrency there, or if it's just the stock companies that I should invest into. I feel like Meta is huge if you go over to the stocks, but Meta hasn't given up on the metaverse, despite the very public pivot to artificial intelligence. Our investments in AI continue. We remain fully committed to the metaverse vision as well. We've been working on both of these two major priorities for many years in parallel now. And in many ways, the two areas are overlapping and complementary, Mark Zuckerberg said in an earnings call. The focus on the metaverse hasn't been profitable for the social media giant, as it continues to lose billions of dollars due to the you know uh, due to the innovative um, initiative. Sorry, during the 2022 Metaverse or Meta's Facebook Reality Labs division, which is responsible for a metaverse loss of $13.7 billion on revenue of 2.2 billion, up from a loss of $10.2 billion on revenue of 2.3 billion in 2021. This is an ambitious long-term horizon, multifaceted roadmap. There are a lot of components to the Reality Labs portfolio across VR, AR, metaverse, social platforms, neutral interfaces, and we really have a long-term time horizon for evaluating the return on our investment here. Zuckerberg continued, I can't guarantee that I'm going to be right about this bet. I do think that this is the direction that the world is going in. In the most recent earnings, Meta reported a fiscal second quarter net income of 7.79 billion, up from 6.7 billion in the previous year, with revenue climbing 11 billion or 11% to 32 billion. Daily active users for Facebook and Meta's family apps include Instagram also saw an increase of 5%, 7% respectively. Metaverse's Thread app, designed as a Twitter replacement, has experienced a 60% drop in active users from its launch week, which I haven't even heard about. Well, actually, I have heard about it. I just never got into it or saw anything about it. The stock closed over 1% higher, $294 on Wednesday, and was trading nearly 310 or 319 after hours trading. So honestly, I agree with him that it is something that's longer term. I wish there was more companies that were trying to change the game. And right now you have Apple that's jumping into it, but for a crazy price of like, was it $3,500 or something? Um, and that's absolutely insane, absolutely crazy, because I know that that's the price that Meta should be offering their virtual reality headsets at. Um, but the problem is, and everything that they're doing and all the technology that they're putting into it, the problem is that you don't want to offer a $3,500 product to consumers, to people out there. Most people are not going to pay for that. And some people might, and it might put them in a hole for paying for a virtual reality headset. So I believe the Meta 3 is a lot cheaper, but the Meta 4 will get better. The Meta 5 will be smaller, will be better. And as time goes on, they'll continue to change the game, and then they might end up seeing the benefits out of it. But right now, as you know, Meta is what, 3 versions into this. Now you have Apple that's coming out and kind of doing everything that they are doing, plus maybe a little bit more with, like, instead of handheld devices or anything, you're using your hands. So they're charging what Meta should have been charging, but Meta is still going to be that price point to where a bunch of people can afford it, and then they'll get to a point where they can see what the real price point will be. Maybe it'll be $1,000 to get these headsets. And that will be the standard price, and you'll have one that releases every 3 years or something, or one that releases every year, but having a lot more features to it. I don't know, but being a little bit smaller and just a little bit better. I don't know. It's 1,200. Thank you. It's still a lot either way. Matt, if you get to hit 200K subs, I will stay live. If so, for how long? Or sorry, will you stay live? If so, for how long? I'm not sure. I don't even know if we're at, like, how close we are. I don't think we're gonna be close today, because we're only seeing 75 concurrent viewers. Would love to see a lot more viewers, but only seeing 75 concurrent viewers is not a crazy amount. So would I stay live? I would probably be live for a while, and depending how many viewers we have, we might stay live for 12 hours, 24 hours. I don't know, but I don't know when 200K subs is going to come. Let me see where I currently stand with subscribers. See my live update. I currently have 199,000 39 subscribers. So I'm over 900 away from getting to this point. So I don't think it'll happen today. I don't think it'll happen this month, unless something big happens in crypto. Then that does happen. Do the live on Social Blade. I don't think Social Blade gives me an accurate number, a live number. I think the best live number comes from actually honestly, I don't know where it is. It does give you a live update. So live subscriber count. So this is what it gives me, a live subscriber count here. And I can actually see it go up and down. Like, if somebody hits the subscribe button right now, if you're not subscribed, we should see it jump up to 199,040. But maybe I should put a live subscriber count on every single video as we're creating the video or streaming or something. I'll do a live subscriber count there. I just don't know if it's actually live. It says it's live. It says it's updating live here, but I don't see any movement. Which I don't get a crazy amount. I've been stuck at like 198 or 197. So this has been where I've been 198, and literally have grew like maybe less than 1,000 subscribers over the last month. So if you guys want to hit the like button or hit the subscribe button, please do so. Guys, I'm going to get out of here. It's been about 2 hours today. It's one of the longest live streams we've had in a while. I would love to continue to go live. I think I will be live on my other channel, on my NFA channel, if you guys are interested. Nothing wrong with slow, steady growth, man. I mean, you should be seeing a lot more growth here, but, you know, still fine with it. My brother got to 240K on YouTube, but he still needs to work 50%. So yeah, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter. Thank you all for being here. Make sure you check out some of the other content that we have, whether it's on here or on TikTok or anywhere else. But I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.